We have to change from doubter to believer.
Good morning and welcome to DTBTV. This is the post-match Manchester United v Liverpool FA Cup video, and it's best doing it now than straight after the game yesterday, because I'm sure, as you will imagine, tempers and emotions and guttedness and everything that goes with them games was fresh in the mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with just my player ratings as to what I thought of the performance and each individual that played. With regards to the performance, better, a lot better, more like the Liverpool we know, and basically what we wanted to see. Salah's first goal was outstanding. Don't understand the celebration. People say you're not allowed to celebrate now. Either that or he might have thought he's offside, but I was kind of worried. I mean, I'd love to know your comments on this, but he celebrated like a not a happy person. He didn't look a happy person in that celebration. I don't know whether it was just me, the reading I took out of it, but he looked... I mean, if there was a celebration for somebody that didn't look very happy at scoring a football goal, then it was a Mario Balotelli celebration, what Salah did yesterday. So that one baffled me. A lot of people said to me it could be because he thought it was offside. A lot of people said to me it's because he's not allowed to celebrate. But you've just scored the opening goal against Manchester United, and you look like you'd just literally been told you were coming off a sub. So that one surprised me. Great performance from Salah though. I thought his work rate, his effort, his running of the channels, everything was brilliant from start to finish. So I was going to say my man of the match. I'll get to it in a minute. But Salah was outstanding. So let's go through the team player ratings first, because what I'll do is I'll do them and then I'll get onto a few big subjects that today we need to really speak about. We need to start talking about these issues a lot. Right, so let's start with Ali. 6. Dwelled on the ball quite a lot. So Alisson dwelled on the ball quite a lot. Heart in your mouth kind of goalkeeping, where there was one moment where he's come out and he's judged it, and he's tried, and he just got his head on the ball to get it away, or it was looping over his head. And I've never really had a heart in my mouth moment very often with Alisson, but yesterday quite a few times. And I think as well, I mean, I don't understand why we don't put men on the posts. I would have had, for that Fernandes free kick, why don't we have a man on each post? Because if we'd have had somebody on that post, then the goal wouldn't have happened. It does my head in when we have so many in the wall, but don't put anybody on the posts. Even he could have covered this side, and then Milner or someone could have stood on that post there. That goal doesn't go in then, so that frustrated me. So Alisson 6. Right. Good morning, Bjorn. Trent, a lot better yesterday. That's the old Trent we know, but still not quite at it yet. 7. Poor man, Reece Williams, 19 years old, playing in the Vanarama North last year. Too big of a game to throw him in my opinion. I don't see why you start 19-year-old teenagers away at Old Trafford against Rashford. Rashford destroyed him, and I feel so sorry for the lad. But when he tried to swipe that kick away, he should never have done that. He should have just. But he's got no. Fabinho will be concentrating on himself. So 6, and I feel sorry for him. Was Klopp making a statement by playing that lad? Let's hope not, because I don't like the idea of throwing away cup competitions, which I don't think Klopp did, because it's actually the first time I've actually seen Klopp really want to win that match. And I feel for Klopp at the moment, because the players are letting him down. Although that performance was a performance of a team that are fighting for their manager and for this football club, so that was good. Next one, Fabinho. I can see. Again, played his best, did his role there. 6 in my opinion, and I'll tell you why it was a 6. He didn't have to make that tackle. He didn't have to make that tackle. It's Manchester United. It's the last 8 minutes. People are saying it wasn't a foul. Well, why dive in like that? Cavani had his back to goal. He was going nowhere. He was facing that way. Stand your ground like a centre-back would have done. Just let him feel you on the back of his back and get it. And just that's all you need to do. You didn't need to die. He did it against Sheffield United and it gave away which should have been a free kick, a penalty. It's not his fault. He's a centre midfielder. If he does that 20 yards up the pitch, then no problem. So again, it goes back to the centre back, which we'll get to in a minute, the centre back issue. Let's just finish the player ratings. Robbo, poor again, 6. I don't know what's happened to him. He's not whipping the ball in anymore. Is he lost confidence in the front three's movement at the moment? It seems like it, because all he seems to be doing is basically he's cutting back inside all the time and playing it into Wijnaldum. It happens about 50 times a game now. Well, not 50, 10 times a game at least. Robbo 6. Right, midfield 3. Gini. Again, as I always say about Gini, you can never fault his effort. He runs, puts a shift in. But you're never going to get any goals from him. I know he scored 2 against Barcelona, but that was a freak game. Love Gini. Works his arse off. I hope he stays. I really do. Because Barcelona ain't got no money. They're begging the banks not to shut them down. So I can't see him leaving. If he leaves, where's he going to go? Because who can afford his wages that he wants? So that's a weird one. But again, 7 for Gini. Work rate, effort, dynamism, brilliant. This man, Thiago, getting better. But there was one moment, did you see it, where Rashford had ran down the right and I thought he was injured because he couldn't run. He literally stopped. I thought, is he even trying to run back? His body had gone. It's a big pitch, Old Trafford. If you actually read some of the Liverpool players that have played there in the past, they always say that pitch kills them. It's like one of the biggest pitches in the league. And Thiago looked shattered. That's why he was replaced, but did all right. 7. This man. If you've been watching my last 2 live videos, I've put this man in the centre of midfield starting, and I am so glad I did that because this Scouse boy yesterday was bloody outstanding. Curtis Jones, 9. And if it wasn't for the fact that Salah run his arse off and scored 2 goals, he would have been my man of the match. But Curtis Jones was phenomenal. Dynamic on the ball. He had 2 or 3 occasions where he did quick feet and he did these little sort of spinning, you know, the spinning top on the ball where you put your foot on it and you spin round. He did that twice. Unbelievable performance. Should stay in the team for Tottenham. 9. James Milner, outstanding. Apart from the fact he was at fault, well, I wouldn't say at fault, he just wasn't tall enough to stop that equaliser for Manchester United. Put himself about, was a leader on the pitch. It's not a coincidence that the performance was much better with him in the team. If we've got him and Hendo in the team, natural leaders. 8, Milner. I thought he was outstanding. The front 3. Man of the match, Mo Salah. 2 fantastic goals. As I said in the start of this video, worried about his celebration. 2 fantastic goals. The old Mo was back. And again, and I'll reiterate this, I have never once said we should sell Mo Salah. All I've ever said was if we feel the need to capitalise on his market value being through the roof, and after them 2 goals, it keeps his market value through the roof, to go and get an Erling Haaland, or to go and get, in, like I said, I'd love to get Jack Grealish as well, but that's just my view, my ones I'd get, or an Mbappe if we pay the whole amount of money. I don't care. I'm just saying if that's what Liverpool decide to do, then I've got their back because their transfer strategy has been outstanding. Right, so Salah, man of the match. He was unbelievable. So 9.5. Yeah, man of the match, Mohamed Salah. Bobby Firmino, outstanding, but again, had a few moments where he wasn't linking up that well, but then he did, and then he played 2 unbelievable balls through from Mohamed Salah, one where he should have scored and one where he did score. But that was Bobby back to being Bobby. 8. So that's my team done, and yeah, let me know what you think about it. I was just about to do Sadio Mane there, so it's early morning, as you say. But yeah, I've calmed down now a bit. I was gutted. I was really, well, I'm sure we all were, but it was just one of them ones. But the performance was there. We go to Tottenham on Thursday now. We'll have Joel Matip back, which is great. It's going to get worse before it gets better. I'm going to have to say this. It's going to get worse before it gets better because basically Manchester United and Man City have got absolute shoo-ins midweek. They've got shoo-ins. They've got Sheffield United at home, Man United, and Man City have got West Brom. So expect to drop down the league and be behind by even more points. So what do? We go to Tottenham. We go go all out. Go all out. Do you know what I said? And I really hope that the ones that are watching this video now was on my video the day before yesterday, when I read an article out where it said Liverpool should go back to what they were like under Klopp in the early years. I think we did yesterday. That was the Norwich City, the Borussia Dortmund, Liverpool performances, where we just go out and go, right, well listen, we're going to go out today and we're going to attack you, attack, and it was heavy metal football. It was end to end, not a lot of boring 0-0 like half of these games have been. Diabolical. That was a proper. I actually like one of my Man United friends. He's been a mate for nearly 30 years. I liked one of his status yesterday because he put that was what Man United Liverpool is supposed to be about. They're the matches we grew up with, and he was right. Even though it didn't go our way, that was Man United Liverpool at its best, and many more to come. I hope in our way, obviously. So yeah, going to what I was saying. That was the Liverpool we want to see. Dynamic, really getting at them. Let's not forget that wasn't our best team. I mean, I have a little box of cards, right, of players, right. For example, all of these here, and it makes me think every time I flick through them, the people that we are missing. So here you go. So there's Oxlade-Chamberlain, right, a fully fit Oxlade-Chamberlain. You got Minamino, who's not really playing, right? Tsimikas, we've not even seen him yet. Here's the big ones. Diego Jota, he will make a huge difference. Naby Keita, always injured, frustrating because he's a bloody brilliant midfielder, would make a huge difference. Joe Gomez, centre back, quick, young, talented, would make a huge difference. The big man, Virgil van Dijk, would be 10 points clear of this league if we'd have had him in the team, in my opinion. And that just goes to show. I mean, the list is endless. Carry on here. Do you know what I mean? Williams and all that. And it's just so hard to sort of like get on. You can't get on the players' backs this season because they have literally lost their spine. They've lost their spine. They always say to win leagues, you need a great spine. You need a great goalkeeper. You need great centre backs. You need a great centre midfielder. A couple of central midfielders, and we've lost our spine. We've lost the centre half. Your towel's in there, Lucas, in the bathroom. Go.
No, it's done.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just talking to my son. Right. So basically, yeah. So we're missing our two centre backs. So that's the heartbreaking thing at the moment. We're just gonna have to fight on, and it will get worse before it gets better. Because at this moment in time, we have to look at options, and the options at the moment are not great in the centre back area. So basically, yeah. So let's go on to that next issue I want to talk about, which is transfers. And with transfers, basically, the only thing we're going to be able to do is loan. But then the people don't realise. I think we've hit the full quota. Of foreign players. So we can't bring anybody in until we get rid of someone. So that's the problem. So it's just one of them things. I mean, we need someone to come in for a Divock Origi, or someone to put a big bid in for Shaqiri, and I don't want to lose Shaqiri. I'm just saying one of the foreign players needs to leave, I've been told, before we can bring anybody in. So even that Ada Milikayo, he's a no-brainer. He's a loan with an option to buy. But again, I think we've hit the full quota of foreign players in the squad. So what can we do? We need somebody to go. But the problem is, nobody can go at the moment because nobody's got any money. Nobody's got any money. So how are you expecting? How are you expecting us to be able to bring anybody in if nobody can buy any of our players? Because the January window at the moment is completely gone because nobody's spending any money. So everybody's just wanting loans. Well, it's just even if we loan somebody out, I think that still puts our squad at the same amount. So I don't think they even deduct it. I don't know. So it's one of them. And I put up an article yesterday about FSG, and again, it's not that I agree with everything FSG have done at Liverpool, and I keep saying that. But what do you want them to do? Their job is to make sure this club is financially sound, right? It is not Football Manager. We can't just go and spend. And like I just said, even loans, even signing someone, we have to free up the quota of British and homegrown players first. The wage bill is £320 million a year, right? With no income coming in, no revenue coming in. What do you want us to do? This is the problem. And it's all right saying, oh, well, after yesterday, it proves we needed a centre-back. Well, that was only because Matip was rested. If Matip would have played yesterday, we'd have gone through, in my opinion. And it was only because he didn't want to risk him for Tottenham. He prioritised Henderson and Matip for that game. So look at it like that. And Virgil, I've seen the videos of Virgil. That doesn't look like a man that's feeling any pain in that bloody knee. I can tell you that now. And I tell you what, if you look at Gomez's knee, his looks a lot worse. The bloody scar on that looks like he's had his knee taken out. In fact, I've got a mate who had a car accident, and they had to take both of his knees out to put them back together. His scars are identical to my mate that had that done. So whatever they did to Gomez's knee was a major operation. But Virgil's he's abroad now, flicking up footballs and that. And did you see him on that bike? He was hammering it, proper powering it. I think Virgil will be back by March. I really do. I think he'll use February as really getting back into his training early March. So if we can just stay in this title race to around about early March and still only be a couple of wins from it, I would sign for that right now. Because I tell you something now, this is only a blip, as in terms of everything's against us. Fight VAR, we're getting no penalties, we're getting injuries, the coronavirus, we're different to Man United. I'm not being funny, Man United have never had a proper fan base ever. They've got plenty to go there, but half of them don't sing, half of them fall asleep at the games, they're all bloody idiots. I mean, Anfield is the most unique stadium in this league because it is the 12th man. So our players are missing that spine-tingling, shivering fan base behind them, and it does affect them, especially our lads. You know, how many clubs sing about their players like we do? Only we do. So in my opinion, it's just something that we're just going to have to bite our lips, and we're just going to have to go, right, this is going to be a shit period until we get Virgil back, until we get Gomez back, until we can see where we finish this season. Then basically the summer is going to have to wait until we know what we're going to get. And also, FSG are probably waiting. I heard someone say yesterday, give him the summer transfer budget now, early. Well, why is he going to do that? Because FSG don't know what summer budget they're going to be able to give Klopp yet. Because one, we don't know where we're going to finish. Two, we don't know if there's going to be any fans back for the following season. So why would FSG go, oh, there you go, Klopp, there's 100 million, just spend that, we're all right. It's not going to happen, right? We need to assess where this economy and where our future as supporters is in the summer, when we know if towards the end of this season there's been fans returning and we've got the green light to go again. That is how it works. We are not going to predict everything's rosy in the summer. That is what I call a decent owner. You'll never walk alone.